Stream. Hello, everybody. Can you hear the words that are coming out of my face hole?
Yes, we can, Bear. You sound so good.
Awesome. That's great. Anybody? Nobody? What's up, Sheepdog Tanker? Good morning. Where was that white powder in the White House again? Oh, Jonathan Richardson, 5x5. JH 5x5. Awesome. I need, as Pastor Joe calls it, more talking fluid. Stand by. Good morning. It is the 2nd of December, 2024. Anno Domini, the year of our Lord. What's up, Mad Kelp? Long time no see. You guys know the drill. Subscribe, ring the little bell icon. Make sure you're actually subscribed if you want to be. Comment for the YouTube algorithm. Blah, 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 blah. Show is brought to you by Yahweh, your Elohim, the Lord your God, the creator of the universe. You may not believe in him, but he believes in you. Thou shalt not tempt the Lord your God. It's brought to you by RefugeMedical.com. I'm the founder, CEO, and Chief Shilling Officer of this company right here, RefugeMedical.com. It is Cyber Monday. I would encourage you, with all your shopping that you're doing this season, if you're doing any shopping this season, if you're into that, please spend small. Shop small businesses. If you follow me on Instagram, which I don't necessarily recommend, you may have noticed in my stories, I've been posting small businesses that I personally know and do business with over and over and over again, because every dime matters. It's a reason it's called Black Friday. It's because you've been in the red on your books the entire year, and then finally, in the end of the year, the last 6 weeks of the year, you get to square your books for the year. So that matters a lot to small businesses, and whether it's us, Medical, or any other company, you have the opportunity to vote with your dollar. And crony capitalism and monopolies and all this other bullshit that's out there, just don't. As much as you can not participate in the system, don't. Support small businesses, please and thank you. And of course, speaking of Patreon, economic engine of the Bear Nation. It's $10 a month. It's a preparedness consultancy. It's the best $10 you can spend on the internet. So there's a link in the description. There's more than 7,000 pieces of content in the backlog on Patreon. 7,000. Bear, what do you think about Patreon? But what should I? Patreon. Patreon. All right, cool. December 2nd, 2024. You guys are probably aware by now that Biden pardoned the other Biden. Just re-upped my Patreon this morning. Thanks, Glock316. Appreciate you. A little bit matters. So Hunter Biden received a full pardon from his daddy, Joseph Robinette Biden Jr., the acting president of the United States of America. I had an entire article that I printed out. Jeffrey Sexton says, pay well worth it. I thank you. I had an entire article that I printed out to read with y'all this morning. And then the printer ran out of ink because it's Cyber Monday and they're printing orders. And I am having a case of the Mondays and left my work phone at home, which is why I'm talking to you on this phone right now. So not great, not great. I failed this evolution, but so there's no article for me to read to you. But Hunter got pardoned for all crimes dating back to 2014. All crime. That's a super interesting number to me. Now, on its surface, even though the Democrats have said forever and a day, no, they're not going to seek to pardon Hunter Biden for his crimes, tax evasion, illegal possession of a firearm. They did, even though they said they wouldn't do it. But this dates back to all crimes, dates back to 2014, covers all crimes dating back to 2014. What happened in 2014? Anybody here, there's a current special military operation that the United States is embroiled in over there in long Eastern Europe that's actually Western former Soviet states. Yeah, a pardon is an admission of guilt. That's a great point, Muddy Bottom Ranch. But what happened? Oh, the Ukraine coup. Thank you, Muddy Bottom Ranch. That's exactly right. That's exactly right. Burisma Holdings, anybody? Is anybody ringing a bell here? It's a little grift that was run by the former vice president and then the president of the United States of America, Joe Biden, through his son, Hunter Biden. to take your taxpayer dollars and fund them through Ukraine for economic development reasons, including power infrastructure, chemicals, etc., etc. Interesting. Now, he has a presidential pardon. Texas Sheep Lady said, can he really do that? Can Joe Biden, and we all know it's not Joe Biden because that dude, when he wakes up from a nap, sniffs kids, eats cream, and then goes back to sleep again. So Biden's not actually running the ship anyway. Which begs the question, who is it behind the scenes that's actually pulling the levers? I don't know. I would love to know, but I don't know. All right? I'm thinking. Why are you looking at me like that? Dead air? Dead air? Because I'm thinking. This may come as a surprise. I do actually think occasion. And I don't have the article printed, so I'm trying to remember the article. It's bad. It's all bad, guys. Happy Monday. Happy Cyber Monday.
What's the news? It's bad.
Yeah, it's all bad.
Okay.
To quote my friend Mark, it's all bad. I just find the whole thing very curious that it specifically dates back to 2014. And here we are in Ukraine, that now there's a war being accelerated in Ukraine as Biden, air quote, Biden, is leaving office. That Trump had worked out a verbal peace deal, essentially a ceasefire at a minimum between Russia and Ukraine. And now before he gets inaugurated, if he survives to Nation Day, the war hawks in the Democrat and Republican parties who are currently entrenched in the deep state start lobbying ATACMS missiles into which responds with Russia. They respond with their MIRV, multiple reentry vehicle, blah blah blah. Big scary missile, right? And now you have Germany and France and the UK talking about committing ground troops under the auspices of NATO to Ukraine, which is gonna be World War III, y'all. For why? To destroy the U.S. biolabs in Ukraine, to destroy why? Because we've been there since 2014, and Biden gets pardoned by Biden for all crimes back to 2014. Now, 'twas I, Mr. Trump. 'Twas it I, Mr. Trump. And I'm now duly elected. I've got a mandate, House, Senate, 312 electoral votes. I'm a lame duck president. I don't have to worry about getting reelected again. I'll just be frank. I would up Hunter Biden in a roll of carpet, take him to a black site, and just find out everything that guy knows. Everything that guy knows. Are you still accepting donations for Helene victims? No, Marion Dykes, you need to get a hold of the Appalachia Service Project. It's what I would recommend you do. Grindstone Ministries, which is one of our 501c3s, we do disaster relief, not disaster recovery. Recovery is long-term, relief is short-term. We do disaster relief. We are not set up, we're not funded. We don't have the staying power to do disaster recovery. But Appalachia Service Project is there in theater doing what they do. They already live there, they already have the connections there. They're rebuilding people's houses, which is great. So I recommend you reach out to Appalachia Service Project. I'm seeing a lot of reporting on social media that's like, this is what, insert town here, Swannanoa or Asheville or whatever. This is what it looks like 2 months later after the storm, and it's still bad. And it's gonna be that way for years. For years. Recovery is a long-term effort. It's gonna be that way for years. There are parts of New Orleans from Hurricane Katrina that still look like the storm just happened. There's neighborhoods in Panama City after Hurricane Michael, was it Michael? Hit Panama City, Florida. It still looks that way till today. There's areas of Rolling Fork, Mississippi that was hit by a tornado that still look that way to Mayfield, Kentucky. That's just how it is. This is your new normal. It sucks. And people should get their houses rebuilt and utilities restored and be able to thermoregulate and get back 100%. But it takes years to recover. And Grindstone doesn't have staying power for years of recovery. We are disaster relief. We get in there, we're like surgeons. We get in there, we cut the bad stuff out, we get rid of it so that the healing can begin. That's what we do. We've done that. and now it's recovery phase for Hurricane Helene, and that's going to take a long time. It always takes a long time, and there's a lot of talking points right now. Is like it looks like this in Asheville 60 days later. Yeah, that's normal. I think the issue is a lot of people have had zero exposure to a situation like that. They don't know. They go, this is completely abnormal. This is terrible. Like, yeah, that's how it is. That's how it is. I mean, Florida stood up their own JSOC-esque special missions unit for hurricanes in Florida, and they're very good at it. And they still have areas that look like the storm just happened after insert storm here. Still, years, half a decade, decade. That's just how it is. What's not right? Awesome. Go do something about it. Written report. Last year, Brazil's Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva, that guy, proposed creating a common currency in South America, specifically to reduce dependence on the US dollar. Now, Trump has recently threatened 100% tariffs on countries, Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, Saudi Arabia, et al., unless they commit to not creating a new currency that could rival the US dollar. Spoiler alert, Russia said thanks, but no thanks. On Saturday, Trump posted the Truth Social quote, "The idea that the BRICS countries are trying to move away from the dollar while we stand by and watch is over. We require a commitment from these countries that they will neither create a new BRICS currency nor back any other currency to replace the US dollar, or they will face 100% tariffs and should expect to say goodbye to selling into the wonderful US economy." That's kind of shots fired, honestly. Now, we've talked previously about the conjecture surrounding these Trump tariffs as to whether or not they're going to be effective, what it's going to mean for the economy. Is it going to cause inflation? Is it going to drive consumer prices up? Yeah, probably all those things. The question becomes, do we maintain homeostasis on something that's bad? Do we maintain status quo if it's not working? I'm going to rip the band guy. I'm like, this is going to suck. All right, let's do it. Let's get it over with. Economic correction at a foundational level in the United States of America, if we even achieve that, because it's a lot more than just tariffs. It's like having real money again, getting rid of the entrenched system in the government and then also the Fed. If we can have the Band-Aid off, it's going to be painful for a hot minute. There's going to be people who are going to be like, it's 60 days later and the economy's still uncomfortable. Yeah, it is. 60 days after the storm in Asheville, still looks like the storm just, that's how it be. And that's not like, oh, Barry, you're being insensitive to the people of Asheville. No, that's how it is. If that happened in my hometown, that's the way it would still be right now. And I live here. And we do this on the regular, okay? That's how it is. It's massive amounts of effort. Also remember, for every $1 that FEMA spends on storms, they spend $12 to 1, on continuity of government, okay? FEMA exists for continuity of government, to manage the relocation of key personnel inside the government if there's a devastating attack on a country. Their cover for action is, oh no, hurricanes, tornadoes, That's their cover for action. They exist. They were put into the federal machine, the federal hierarchy for continuity of government. Literally, their mission is not to care about you. That's why they don't care about you. But I digress. BRICS, Brazil, Russia, India, China, so bad. Bad money, huge tariffs, 100%. They said, but we did it. We put 100 tariffs. I'll put 1,000,000 tariffs. I don't care. For perspective, BRICS includes Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, but as of this year, it also includes Iran, Iran. There's like 3 of you that get super pissed when you're like, it's not Iran, it's Iran. Whatever, homies, simmer down. I call the United States the Estados Unidos all the time. So, pound sand. Iran, Saudi Arabia, the United Arab Emirates, Ethiopia, and Egypt, which is just, if you look at this list of countries, you think to yourself, you know, these guys really got it going on. Like, talk powerhouse of countries. Brazil, known for its strong economy, world exports, democratic governance, high quality of living. Russia, definitely top economy, doesn't oppress their people at all. No state-run media, definitely not involved in special military operations all over the world. Definitely doesn't have a declining demographic. India, huge demographic. I wouldn't say economically successful, although they're trying. China, communists, economy falling apart. Literally have enough housing that is built but unoccupied for 1 billion people in China. What's up, Tommy Salter? Shalom, brother. Because China's internal investment economy was based heavily on real estate development. South Africa, known around the globe, the economic powerhouse of South Africa, where you have to file for a permit and wait a couple years to acquire a center-fired rifle. It's pronounced Tatooine. J-Rod, well done. Who else we got here? South Africa, Iran, Tatooine. Iran, known, just international, forget global, interplanetary powerhouse. The exploits of Iran stretch all throughout the Milky Way. They are known. Saudi Arabia, tons of money, freaking weird, very well-equipped but poorly trained, no will to fight military. The UAE, United Arab Emirates, a bunch of people with some money, not really doing much of anything else. Ethiopia, now Ethiopia potentially has, they have the potential here to take over not just the world, but the moon bases, Mars, possibly as far out to Pluto. We're not sure yet how far the ambitions of Ethiopia extend, but they're one to watch, up and coming for sure. And then, of course, Egypt, known for exporting snippets of Ancient Aliens content and sand. So watch out, everybody. Watch out. Moreover, an expression of interest in joining the bloc BRICS has been submitted by an additional 34 countries. This last October, Russia's Vladimir Putin and China's Xi Jinping encouraged a global majority to challenge the global leadership held by the Estados Unidos, us. Bear, do you believe in space exploration? Matt, not really. You know what? Screw it. Let's jump into this rabbit hole. I have no idea. I have no freaking idea. And the people that say that they do have an idea, I don't, i.e. NASA, Project Paperclip, the Nazis, occultism. I just, the Challenger explosion, right? And then it's like, but who are these people that are now living their lives who are exactly the people that were on the Challenger explosion, but they didn't, yeah, somebody said, who said that? Where did that go? Matt, space is fake, LOL. Yeah, I kind of trend in that direction. And here's the thing, I don't have to know. I'm not required to know the answer. So we co-sleep with our 9-month-old. Bear, you can't do that. You could shut up. We sleep with our 9-month-old. And we love it. It's awesome. Except for when she sticks her foot in my face at 3 o'clock in the morning. But it is the way that it is. And every night, as we're dead, we get the blankies, we pull them over the top of our head, me and the little squish, and we just giggle, and it's awesome. And the light from the bedroom filters through the blanket and the sheet, and it looks like stars. And well, I was saying a month ago, because we'll tap on the blankie and she giggles. I'm like, oh no, the firmament, ah. I don't know. That'd actually be what it is. Who cares? But for her, it's very, very, very real. And I enjoy the giggles. And maybe that's all it is. I don't know. The expanse, the Father stretched out the expanse. At some point, he rolls up the heavens like a scroll. I don't know. I don't need to know. Deuteronomy 29:29, the secret matters belong to Elohim, but has been revealed to us and our children forever to keep all the words of this Torah, these instructions. Cool. Cool. Secret matters belong to Dad. Tracking. Do I trust Dad? Yup. Do I need to know? Hell no, I don't need to know. I don't need to know at all. It's not important to me one bit. I'm curious to talk to, not that I would ever have the opportunity to talk to Mr. Elon, but I'd like to know what Mr. Elon, potentially the Antichrist, has to say about this thing. Because, you know, he's got his rocket system now, the Dragon, how interesting. And all of his satellites are in low Earth orbit, which doesn't necessarily interfere with the concept of a firmament. But can we actually get to outer space? I don't know. None of that puts food in buckets or helps me love my neighbors. Good word, may help. So, like, I don't know. But I do know that the Americans and the Chinese are now racing to the southern side of the moon so that they can build a moon base there, so that they can use the moon. I forget the name of the crater, the Serenity Crater or some shit like that. And so they want to get there because in this crater, it's on the south side of the moon where it's really cold and there's ice there. And they can land there, they can take the ice, use a chemicals process to split the ice, which is frozen water. How do they know? I don't know. Is all this shit make-believe anyway? I mean, Stanley Kubrick is dead, I understand it, so who's producing all this content now? Take the ice. We're gonna take the ice, moon ice, it's wonderful. I love it. I like to put it in a Coke with my McDonald's. We're gonna take the ice, we're gonna split it with science, and hydrogen goes this way, oxygen goes this way, and make the rocket fuel to fly from the moon to Mars. That's literally what they're gonna do. That's what they say they're gonna do. And now there's this big race in between NASA, which who's building all the equipment for this? Boeing? Yeah, Sea Tranquility, that's what it is. Serenity, tranquility, prosperity, hospitality, whatever. Is Boeing building all the equipment that's getting us to the moon, allegedly to the moon? No. Guys, we are so hyped, who even cares? Should we drink more coffee? Let's drink more coffee. Jim Beam Vanilla Bean Dark Roast that my wife found because she's amazing. It's tremendous. Believe it. So good. This Jim Beam. So we're going to take the moon ice on the moon, split it into hydrogen, put the hydrogen into fuel cells, launch rockets, big, beautiful rockets, shaped like bananas, fly from the moon. Shut up, Mike. I like banana rockets. Everybody tells me very aerodynamic, very efficient, so good. Big, beautiful yellow rockets with fins and afterburners, little windows, and launch ourselves to Mars. Why? Why do we even need to go to Mars? Because of a bunch of elite Satanist pedophiles are worried about living on the earth? The whole thing is stupid. The whole thing is stupid. So to Madkel's point, how the hell does any of that affect me? I don't know. I have no idea. I have literally no idea. Now, a buddy of mine yesterday told me last night we were doing a New Moon Fellowship, sitting around a fire, hanging out. He said, I heard that Putin just told all of his people to get into their bunkers. It's about to go kinetic over there. And I was like, wow, that's interesting. I haven't heard that. Doesn't mean that's not true. I said, but let's look at this. Let's say that was the case, and we find out that nuclear weapons are inbound to the United States right now. What would we do? I would tell every one of y'all, hey, I love you. Everybody go home. Make sure your water is squared away. Fill every vessel of water that you can. Turn your radios on. Make sure your backup generation is squared away, okay? We need to start receiving intel, figure out what's happening, because my primary mission here is preservation of life for the people that I love, and I want to make sure that we can continue to eat sheep and fellowship, because that's kind of like my benchmark right there. Like, if we can do that, and everything else is good to go. We have enough food, water, shelter, medical, intel, commo, network, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, that we can perpetuate normalcy for the people that we love. Because I can't tell Putin to not nuke the United States of America. I can't tell Elon to not build Mars bases. I have no control over any of that shit. I can't tell Biden to not partner Biden What I can do is tailor my actions in my life and the purview that I actually have control over based upon, to a greater or lesser extent, based upon the actions of these other people that I have no control over what they do, without being afraid, because we are not given a spirit of fear. We are to fear Yahuwah our Elohim, the Lord our God. That's it. Because fear means to deeply respect, okay? So I don't deeply respect Putin or Trump or Biden or Elon or banana-shaped moon rockets or anything else like that, okay? I deeply respect the Creator who has told me to love Him with everything that I've got and love my neighbor as myself. Check. So what's the best way if nukes are inbound for me to love my neighbor as myself? Hey guys, find out, put on a helmet. Might need to get underneath some dirt for a hot minute. Let's make sure our food wash situation is squared away. Okay? Okay. All right. So good. We call it prepping. It's beautiful. Meanwhile, many international visits are taking place on the global stage to offer monetary alternatives, cement international relationships, and send political messages. Current President, asterisk, Joe Biden, is visiting Angola this week, specifically to counter China's presence in the region. Influence has been steadily growing on the continent of Africa. You think so? You think that meeting is going to go well? You think so? So insert freaking country here, and Joe Biden shows up, sniffs your kids, takes a nap, wanders off into the jungle unsupervised, and you're like, oh, option A, that guy. Option B, China. China's also broke, and their Belt and Road diplomacy initiatives not good. But at least Xi presents they are totally on the fake it till you make it train, right? Like they've read Sun Tzu's The Art of War. When weak appears strong. They're doing this, right? Audio is buggy. Doing my best. I'm doing the best I can with what I got where I'm at. Is it this microphone right here? Is this the problem? Lauren, you did it. Is that better? How's that? Does that help? All right. I don't know. The audio. Wow. It's always the audio. It's the worst. Simultaneously, multiple EU officials are also visiting Kyiv, Ukraine, in a demonstration amid the uncertainty of the incoming Trump administration. That is so... we have to support Ukraine. Perpetuate the war, not war in the place where we're laundering all of our U.S. taxpayer dollars back to the DNC and where we've been engaged in shenanigans for the last decade at least, covering up U.S. bioweapons labs and land grabs, and we've had all kinds of very interesting spooky boys all over that subcontinent forever and a day, for a decade. Glitchy internet. Well, that's possible. Hold on, guys. Let me fix the internet. I'm in charge of that. There was 1,349 people here. Here's how my brain works. Have you ever listened to 1349's cover of Buried by Time and Dust by Mayhem? Have you? Two of you out there maybe are vaguely familiar with the words that I just said. The rest of y'all are like, what does it mean? I'm going to play that later today. Blah, blah, blah. Europeans went to Ukraine. EU foreign policy chief Kaja Kallas, whatever, EU foreign policy person posts, quote, in my first visit since taking up office, my message is the European Union wants Ukraine to win this war. We will do whatever it takes for that, end quote. Similarly, Taiwanese President Lee Ching-te arrived in Hawaii, to conduct a multiple-day visit across the Pacific Islands and has already declared peace is priceless and war has no winners. We have to fight together to prevent war. These talking points are so friggin' terrible. Where are they publishing these talking points? On mainstream that nobody watches anyway, nobody listens to? Oh no, they put it on X. The trip marks, according to Lai, the beginning of a new era of value-based diplomacy. Value-based diplomacy. Shut up. China's ire has prompted it to strongly condemn the visit and lodge serious protests with the U.S. as Beijing firmly opposes official interaction with China-Taiwan region in any form, blah, 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 and is determined to resolutely crush what it would consider to be actions to secure Taiwanese Independientes. That's the written brief. Lauren, what day? Cyber Monday.
Yeah.
What are we doing for Cyber Monday?
We've got up to 50% off.
Don't worry, we're going to talk about Syria next. Up to
50%.
5-0?
Yes.
That's retarded.
Even
No, shut it down.
Hey, listen.
We don't have a 50% profit margin.
Even training.
You know why? It's because we make stuff in America.
Even training is on the sale page.
Even training is on the sale page?
Yeah.
Well, get it now while you can, because apparently I'm going to go broke. Bob Davis, unsubbed. Wah! Everybody cry for Bob Davis. Unsubbed. Oh. Or were you unsubbed by YouTube? In which case you should resub. We could still be friends. But leaving, don't let the door hit you in the ass. If you're coming back, welcome. Boring. Bob Davis, it's boring. Oh. Hey, let's go to Bob Davis's page. Let's go to Bob Davis's page. Let's go watch Bob's content. He's really good. Bob, I've heard. Have you seen the Bob Show? I watch the Bob Show all the time. That guy is on point, man. Like, nothing but the facts. He knows all about the firmament. He knows about the moon bases. He knows about the reptilian overlords. He's got the inside details on Ukraine, Russia. I mean, Bob gets it.
But does Bob know what we're giving away today?
Bob? What is Bob say?
What is Bob Davis giving away today?
Bob Davis
Yeah.
is giving away peace and love, clearly, based upon his comments. It's a shame. It's a shame that Bob left because he's such a prolific content creator. He provides such value to people. Really likes to build people up. I am trying so hard to just nice words right now. I really am, because it's Monday.
Bob is unhappy. But that doesn't
Go be unhappy somewhere else, Bob. Killing with kindness, Bear. I prefer hollow points, but whatever. It's Cyber Monday. Freak Bob.
talk about Monday.
No. Guys, my wedding ring just fell off. Hold on. Pause the show. Still in covenant. Where'd it go? It's gone.
Your fingers lost too much weight,
Oh,
Bear.
so that's really the problem, actually. Found it. Still love my wife. Okay. So good. We're married. Okay. Married. I have no idea how to do this segue now. The bear fact. Don't you wish your wife had a lovely red bear fact? Anyway, here's the deal. Bear and Bear Men's are shipping this week. So if you've been waiting for yours, they are shipping today and the remainder of this week. This is the Bear Fact. This is the flagship product of the company, invented by moi. Okay? Bob doesn't get one. Bob can't have one of these. Bob can't. You know what? I would give Bob one of these, but I would give Bob one of these. But it's going to require a lot of lube. It's going to be very uncomfortable. All right? And then this is the bare minimum. Now, what can you tell us the difference between the Bear Fact and the bare minimum? Well, they both come in like a bajillion different colors, which is cool. You know, red and green and I don't know. I'm colorblind. Camo colors and all the things. You know, multi-cam and blah, 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 blah. Okay? But the Bear Fact right here, first aid kit, and they're both made in America. And made in America, not designed in America, manufactured overseas, like all these other scumbags like to talk about. We make them literally right there on the other side of this black curtain. That's where all the Oompa Loompas are over there in the Wonka factory that are just cranking these things out. Okay, so we make these things right here in the United States of America. They're both guaranteed forever. Both of them, you break them, I'll replace them at no cost to you. Both of them, if you use the contents to save a life, I'll replace the contents at no cost to you. Okay. They both have these red handles. You pull the red handle, and you pull the inner out of the outer. And they both open up like this with one hand. Boom, because you might be missing one of your hands. I know people like to think about that, okay? Now, the difference is the Bear Fact is designed to treat the entirety of the March algorithm. And you're probably asking yourself, what the HE double hockey sticks is a March algorithm? And the answer is massive bleeding, airway, respiratory, circulation, head injury, hypothermia, everything else, all right? So, this is far exceeds military specification for an individual first aid kit, which is why I made it. Tourniquets, wound packing gauze, pressure bandages, tape, gloves, Sharpie. Up here, we've got our shears. We've got big gauze pads, 5x gauze pads, because if I need big gauze, I need it now. I've got my nasal pharyngeal airway. I've got my burn shield dressing. I've got my real chest seals, not manufactured in China, off-brand bullshit that everybody else likes to sell. All of these are top components. A real cat tourniquet, a real one from North American Rescue, real North American Rescue pressure bandage, components from TACMed Solutions, real equipment, okay? And then down here, my trauma pack, which is my circulation, head injury, hypothermia, everything else stuff, okay? So that's the bare fact. It will all the way put your ass back together again if you have a traumatic injury. I know, because 138 people are still alive. These products, which is amazing. Versus the bare minimum, okay? The bare minimum is going to help you out a little bit more on price. And this is designed for the MAR, massive bleeding airway respiratory, but then also boo-boo stuff. So if you have children and Susie's constantly falling off of her bike, or Timmy just keeps banging his head against the swing set, or whatever you're into, okay? This has tourniquet mounted on the outside here for bleeding in the extremities. What's the price? www.refugemedical.com. Grab the red handle, because I honestly don't know today. Cyber Monday. Go check it out. Okay? Same thing. Inner comes out of the outer. Pop this open. I've got my pressure bandage, wound packing gauze, rolled gauze, gloves, medical tape. I've still got in here my burn dressing and my chest seals in the back here. But then down here, in the bare minimum, down here, this is all boo-boo stuff. This is Band-Aids and OTC wipes and small gauze and all the blah, blah, blahs. Okay, your boo-boo wipes and all that stuff. Gauze and Band-Aids. That's the bare minimum. That's the difference. Okay? So the fact is not Susie fell off of her bike. Unless she fell off her bike down a cliff into a motor vehicle accident. Which would be very unfortunate for Susie. It could happen. The bare minimum is massive bleeding airway respiratory and then boo-boo stuff. The bare fact is shot, stabbed, blown up, motor vehicle accidents, catastrophic injuries. And one could argue, if you can treat catastrophic injuries, you can treat minor injuries with the same kit. For sure. It's just there's no Band-Aids in the bare fact. And all the other things. You can check them out, refugemedical.com. There's an entire tab for the Black Friday, Cyber Monday sale. So if you're into that, you can go check that out. Made in America, guaranteed forever. Best first aid kit on planet Earth. I would put this first aid kit up, and I have put this first aid kit. Damn, Bear, what did Susie do to you? Me and Susie go way back. She should have said yes. That's all I'm saying. Now I'm coming for you, Susie. No, I digress. I would literally put this up and have put this up against every other first aid kit on planet Earth. It's far better than what anybody else is producing, both in build quality and in contents. Like I said, we exceed military specification by 1.5 miles. We have some very impressive people that do very impressive things in and out of uniform that ranks 42,000 happy customers, thousands of 5-star reviews, best customer service on planet Earth. We got you. Oh, and if you have questions, email us or contact us through the chat on the website, or just call us. Hit the contact us button. You can literally call the store right now and ask questions. Okay? Awesome. All right. Now, from Russia today, very believable, reputable news source. IFACs are 100% important medic of 25 years, says PAEMT. All right. What's up, Matt Goza? I am not on the webcam you gave me today because it's back at the house. So sorry, Goza. I mean, we could go watch Bob's channel and see what Bob has to say. What was his name? Bob Day? Bob something? Who cares? I already forgot about him. Don't let the assholes win. Boring, unsubbed. Bob is punching sand. I love it. U.S. and Israel coordinating jihadist offensive in Syria, says Iran. Terrorist foreign backers aim to weaken the country and sow sedition across the region, Tehran or Iran claims. Who's Bob? Some guy that unsubscribed, William. Bob Davis, that's what it is. You know, and here's the thing, like, did he unsubscribe? Is he still here and he just can't speak up for himself anymore because he's been put in timeout? I don't know. I care? I don't care. Because Bob has a bunch of his own incredibly high quality content he needs to go make. What's up, American Patriot? The hottest offensive in Syria was launched in coordination with the U.S. and Israel, Iranian Foreign Minister Esmail Bagha said on Monday. According to the diplomat, it's no coincidence that the terrorists attacked northern Syria right after Israel struck a ceasefire deal with Hezbollah. The Hayat Tahrir al-Sham, or terrorist group, formerly Jabhat al-Nusra, which was formerly an offshoot of al-Qaeda, because rebranding is a thing, along with allied militias, launched an assault on government-controlled territory in northern Syria Wednesday. The jihadists seized a number of villages and towns in Aleppo, Idlib, and Hama provinces, and entered the city of Aleppo on Friday. What's the takeaway here? In the wake of everything that's going on geopolitical between Israel, Hamas, Russia, Ukraine, etc., an opportunity has arisen for the air quote rebels in Syria to now take Aleppo. Syria has been a pipeline of weapons, personnel, funds from Iran and Russia into Israel, because the Israel-Hamas thing is a proxy war, again, between Russia and the United States, just using more cutouts. That's all. It's just more countries that it's passing through. So now, huh? You good? Okay. So now, with the uptick in confrontation in Ukraine and Israel literally being on the warpath in Israel, Syria's kind of gotten overlooked. What's up, Red Wine Entertainment? The initial offensive started on the same day the long-negotiated ceasefire between Israel and the Lebanese-based militant group Hezbollah took effect. West Jerusalem reluctantly agreed to the ceasefire earlier in the week, but blah, 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 quote, here's a blah, 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 terrorists, bad, end quote. Officials suggested that Washington and West Jerusalem were using the attack to weaken Syria and create an among blah, 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 blah. Syria is back in play, is the key takeaway here. Keep an eye on Syria. I love Bear's Russian accent. Danke. Oh, wait, I'm sorry, that's German. Guys, that's the show. That's what I got for today. You have something for them? Well, come tell them. You have something for them.
I have something for them.
Here, would you like to sit?
I'm Lauren. No, it's
You're
gonna be
very
quick.
short.
I am very short. So let me just. Okay. So, wait. You can't walk away because then they can't hear me. Why is it
No,
rolling
the
so
microphone's
much?
right here.
Oh, okay.
The chair rolls. It's got wheels on it.
Hi, I'm Lauren, guys. If you didn't know that, I'm the media director here at
Is
Refuge.
there a tampon on the floor?
Yeah, it's from.
Do you want to explain this? This is a professional workplace, Lauren.
No, I am not TJ's wife. No, I'm Keith's wife.
What is this?
There is a tampon because we opened it up to look at the difference between that and compressed gauze.
Here, hold that for a minute.
I really don't wanna.
Hold
but
that.
Okay.
Hold that, Lauren. I don't want to touch it either. It's, an interesting workplace where you walk in and there's a tampon on the floor.
So what I was gonna tell you had nothing to do with this.
Too late.
Please don't put a tampon in your bullet wounds, and don't get bullet wounds either. So, okay, here we
A
go.
little comparison here for wound packing gauze. For everybody's like, I got a tampon in my gunshot kit. Just look at the difference in quantity of gauze.
Not a bullet plug. Oh
Nope,
my gosh.
it's not 4 bullets. That's not the hole it was designed.
Hi, Lauren. Nice quick clot.
There's just a slight difference in volume. Here, I got this for you too. Here you go. All right, what were you gonna tell them?
Okay, so, guys, I know this is TJ's live stream. I have something very cool that's happening today. If you want to come to our live stream at 1 o'clock, we are giving away 2 packed kits. Might be something like a Knox. Might be something like a Bear Min. I don't know. 2 full kits.
Like giving away?
Like giving away, like you can win them during our live stream at 1 today. So if you want to win free life-saving gear, Show up at 1 or be square.
What channel?
Refuge Medical.
Oh, .com.
Okay, bye guys.
Awesome. Thanks, Lauren. Lovely tampon.
Yeah, I'm
Yep.
sure someone didn't screenshot that.
I'm positive that they did. I don't know. I don't know what else we got. That's it. You guys want to walk around the office? Or are we just done for today? 1 p.m. Central Time. Yep.
Yes.
Yep. Wow, 1 Central Time. Yeah, what's up, Texas Sheep Lady? Walk. Yes. Walk on home, boy. Okay. Do ba boo 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 boo. It's Lauren and her over here. Where'd we get all this squash from?
That is from Michael and Tracy Clark.
Michael and Tracy Clark. They grew it. Thanks for the squash, Michael and Tracy Clark. This is a prop. It's not a prop. That bitch is live. Cosplay. That's what it is. We like to cosplay in here. Bucket line over here. And the coolest thing in the office is right here. So yeah, that's pretty awesome right there. Working on that. And I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming. Don't quit eating. Everybody else must be on break over here. Say good morning, ladies.
Good morning, ladies.
Sew shop. What are we making in the sew shop today?
Plate carriers.
Plate carriers. That's a good answer. What color are we working on?
Coyote.
Coyote. Coyote. Oh, hey, it's Terry. What are you eating? What are you munching? Hot dogs. Beef hot dogs. Good answer. Say hi, Terry.
Hi, Terry.
Good job. Do. Let's see if we can go out this way. Pallet of bucks. This is all your webbing and hook and loop, stuff like that. This is, hey Rick. Hey Rick, look. It's here. It's here. Just give us some time, okay? And this is very stout. Is this 1,000 or 1,500? 1,500. Very stout. Jeez. It's like good litter material. Make a great litter out of that. 15? What's up, Mouse? You want to say hi to the peeps?
Hi, people.
What are you cutting today?
I'm making all these guys.
Pads?
Yeah, shoulder pads for the Coyote.
Awesome.
And the multicam. I think they're both good things.
Good job. We like that. Awesome. Awesome. Do. That. Look at that thing. Look at that thing. It's incredible. All right. Over here, we've got back stock, paper towels, coffee. Over there, no peasant shit. Then we've got production line here, kits going out. Look at that, matching adventure kits and boo-boos. That is sexy. Look at that. Yeah. Adventure boo-boos going out. Who got that? Jorge! Might have just ruined a surprise. Sorry, Jorge. Belt kits, SOBs. Somebody's getting 3 minimums and an SOB. Yeah, I probably shouldn't say people's names live because what if they're like gifts? Sorry, Jorge. It's fine. It's not you. It's the other Jorge. BPKs, bleeding prevention kits going out. Boo. Hunter's vacuum sealing stuff. Buckets getting ready to ship this morning. What are we, BPK? With a pre-stage tourniquet. Yep. And post says, hi, Hunter.
What's up, Lamppost?
Nice. Nice. Small builds. What are we small building?
OTC wipes.
OTC wipes.
Correct.
Awesome. Good job. Thank you. Britt is Mondaying.
It is Monday.
You are Mondaying, though.
I am Mondaying. I'm emailing back all customers in the admin box.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We appreciate that.
Yep. All the Red Bear facts are getting shipped out this week, we promise.
Yay! Red Bear
coming.
facts.
They're coming.
And then shipping. Mike, you want to say hi to the people?
Hey, Shin, what's crack-a-lackin'?
And then shipping is empty because it's the morning, not the afternoon. Want to say hi?
Hey, Beeps.
Shipping. All right. Monday morning, Cyber Monday at Refuge. We appreciate you guys. May the Father make his face to shine upon you. May you experience his peace, his home this day. You want to say hi to people?
Hi, people.
May he give you his peace, his shalom this day. And remember, please support small businesses. Whatever small businesses you prefer, it really matters to me. It really matters. So appreciate every one of you. Pray for us, says William. All right. But I'll tell you this. Good morning. None of you, not one of you, requires me to talk to the Father for you. And I'm not saying to be a jerk. I'm saying that because every one of us needs to talk to Dad on our own. But I'll pray with you. So let's do that. Good morning, Father Yah. Father, thank you for another opportunity to wake up on this side of the dirt. Thank you for all the myriad things we take for granted. Father, I pray that we wouldn't get distracted today from your mission for life and your will and your purpose for us, and that we would have our eyes open to the myriad blessings that surround us that we take for granted every day. Father, I pray that you would continue to provide for these people, that you give them this day their daily bread, that we wouldn't worry about what tomorrow holds, that the evil of the day is sufficient to the day they're in, and that we would be concerned today not about the perceived evil, but how to make you look good, how to put a smile on your face, how to be a living witness and testimony for you and how good you are. Father, I pray that you would continue to mold and shape our patterns of behavior to be more Christ-like and walk more in his model, to understand you better to the extent that we can, and to have faith and belief and to submit to the things that we don't understand. Father, that we would prioritize the things that are actually important, that we would continue to build healthy relationships, that we would break down unhealthy relationships. Father, that you would move us by your Spirit, your Ruach HaKodesh, to wherever we need to be today, to say whatever we need to say, to hear whatever we need to hear. Father, I pray that you'd encourage us to go and do whatever that looks like for us, for each one of us individually, but to be your hands and feet in the model of Messiah and by the authority of his name. Father, please give us wisdom and discernment and peace that surpasses all understanding by your Holy Spirit. Father, pour into us. Use us today to be your will. Make your face to shine upon us. Father, we love you. We appreciate you. We thank you. In Yeshua's name, amen. I see y'all when I see you. Shalom.